Let's see what you guys can see on this side. You guys see all the farmland? You see all the farmland in there? You guys are going to shake pretty often, but we're going to drop off some groceries. I went about 15 miles to deliver 5 packages of groceries, like they're sealed up bags. And then now I'm driving 36 miles to go drop off like salt pellets or whatever. And it's going to take about 55 minutes. So I thought I'd come on here and just show you guys the scenery. There's a lot of farmland in the area that I'm delivering. And this job pays about $65 for about 2 hours of total work. And let's see, 15 miles plus 35 miles is 50 miles right there. So it'll even out to about $1 a mile, which, I mean, this is the first time I've done Amazon Flex in a while, and so it was nice. And this was the first time delivering from Wise, so I wanted to see how long it would take and how many miles, because I've heard that like the pay is low and the miles are high, but then there were surging pricing in the area. So basically this block paid $65 for about 2 hours. Well, it'll take me about 2 hours to start to actually going back home. And I just thought I'd show you guys the different farmland that is in this area. It's beautiful. You'll see a ton of Amish because it's Sunday. They have church on Sundays. So you'll see a lot of buggies in the area. I'll constantly be passing them. You'll see like 3, 4, 5 in a row sometimes. You'll see some people on bikes, but it's a beautiful area, especially of course in the winter, the summertime, where they're growing all the plants and they have the corn growing and all that good stuff. But we have about 50 minutes, 5-2, to our next stop. I was really kind of surprised that they were going to send me that far, but hey, they're still paying pretty well. And that $65 is before any tips that come through. I've never done a grocery delivery through Amazon Flex before. I've only ever done packages. So the package side, you can't get tips, but the grocery side, you can. So I wonder if people will actually tip. I hope they do. That'll bring the $60 to a little bit more worth it. As of right now, I don't know if you guys were in here, but it's about $1 a mile for about 2 hours. But $65 in 2 hours is not that bad. And honestly, I don't mind driving. I just wish I had to keep me company. But with grocery delivery, I just really can't, because people just, some people get really picky about their stuff. So, but I was just listening to music and I was like, hey, if I have to drive an hour, I might as well just bring you guys along, show you the scenery. It's beautiful in this area all year long, in my opinion. I love this area, even in the wintertime, where the trees turn, orange and whatnot in the fall, and then, they totally shred in the wintertime. But it's a beautiful area. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Again, we're delivering some groceries through Amazon Flex, and I have a really long drive to my next delivery. One with groceries, the other with rock pellets or salt pellets or whatever they are. And it's just a beautiful area, beautiful area. I hope you guys are all having a... Look, there's a buggy right there. You just kind of pass them as slow as you can, of course, but just try to be careful. But it's Sunday, so we'll see a lot of them. Especially going through the area that I'm going through, because we'll be going through Lancaster. We're probably not going through the city of Lancaster, but we're in Lancaster County now, and Lancaster County is one of the largest Amish settlements in America. So there are a ton of Amish in Pennsylvania, and ton of they're mostly concentrated in this area. And of course, we'll be passing a lot of churches, and of course, if none of you guys, or if some of you guys don't know anything about the Amish, they operate their churches out of their houses. So they'll go to a different person's house basically every single week. Sometimes some clans, quote unquote clans of the Amish, they'll have church every 2 weeks. So, but some have them every week. So it's a beautiful area. We're going through Lancaster County. So if you guys ever been in Pennsylvania, it's a beautiful area. I hope you guys are all doing well. I was just sitting here listening to music and going through and loving this area, loving the drive, getting paid to deliver some stuff. And oh, look, there's another cross. I don't know if I said some, but anybody else have a Subaru? How's everybody doing today? You guys out doing gig work at all or no? I'm used to honestly just listening to music as I'm driving, but it'll be alright. I thought that I would try and see if there's anybody out there that's relaxing on a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, evening, and wanted to hang out and drive with me. And we'll be making a right up here sometime. Right here. Anybody else from Pennsylvania? A heavy truck. Here we are. Here we are. But yeah, there's a lot of Amish homes, farms, all sorts of stuff. I love this part of the country, but I still want to make it out west. I have not made it out west. The only time I was ever in California or on the West Coast at all was when I took a cruise last year. It was a 14-day cruise from Miami to LA, and then I didn't stay in California at all. I just got off the boat or got off the ship and flew home because I was still working for cruise lines, and so I was starting my next contract in I think a few days after that trip ended. Well, this scenery is just, I love driving. And of course we're driving 30 miles through Lancaster County, which it's a beautiful area. We have a farm on the right up here, and there's another buggy coming towards us. So they're all dressed up. It's in their Sunday best, and I think it's a little blurry. I'm not sure. It's probably maybe because my window is really dirty. I could potentially, if this is taking me to Ephrata. If you're from Pennsylvania, Ephrata is like a semi-small little farms. This is the area I live in. Plenty of corn, plenty of farms, plenty of Amish, plenty of that stuff everywhere. And I'm trying to I guess it's not super blurry, but it's not super clear either. You guys hanging out in the car tonight? What are you guys up to? We have 29 miles to go. And I restarted my trip odometer thing to see how many miles it took me, because I really wanted to test out to see how long and how many miles it took me. All right, so it's going to take me this way. I'm pretty sure I'm not that far from Cochranville. I sometimes take deliveries down here, but honestly, what I could do is when I finish this, it'll end me in Ephrata for dinner time, start of dinner time, so I could potentially just dash there, because this would have paid $65. So if I can make $35 during dinner I make $100 within like just a few hours, that would be awesome. I used to love crashing up in Ephrata. It's far from my home. I live 45 minutes from Ephrata. So unfortunately, I'll have another 45-minute drive home after this order is done. But it's a lot of back roads, honestly. But at the end of this road, I guess 9.2 miles is going to put me on 30, which is a major like highway through this area. 322 and US 30 is huge. They're basically our main arteries, basically. But like, I love driving the back roads. It's a good scenic route, and just, you know, the only thing is, like I said, with the buggies, sometimes you can get 4 or 5 in a row, and you're around the corner, and you know, get stuck behind one of them, and look at the cows on the right. So, a lot of corn, a lot of tobacco. They grow a lot of tobacco in Pennsylvania. Yes, the Amish grow tobacco. And of course, you got your motorcycle drivers that like riding the back roads. And normally I can't go live when I'm making deliveries, just because, you know, I'm using my phone constantly to do things. But since this is such a long drive between the first one and the second one, I thought I would just come on here and see how y'all are doing. And see, this is all corn right here. What is the, when I'm down in Louisiana, I can't remember what they grow a lot of. It's like sugar cane. So when they chop the fields down to sugar cane, they like burn the field every time they do it. I guess it's to like break it down faster. Not sure, but we're just driving through Lancaster County. I'm pretty sure this is Lancaster County. But as you see, there's more cornfields. It's a nice, beautiful 85-degree day. Just hanging out. Bidding on the job that was popping up. I saw one. I was too far away for to bid on it. I wasn't in that yet. But one of the jobs, the same 2-hour block, it went up to $89. So if I could get an $89 block to do the same thing, I would do it in a heartbeat. 89 plus, if you know, over $100 for 2 hours from Weiss. You just go in, the order's already ready, and you scan the little, it tells you exactly where it's. You just go in, get your items. It's normally, from what I've seen, you're going to make 2 deliveries, 2 different houses, and of course the mileage is pretty far from what I was seeing. And even on Reddit, somebody said, hey, I did my first Weiss delivery, and one went 45 minutes this way, one went 50 minutes this way. So I was expecting it to be long, but I really wanted to test it. I really wanted to test it and to see, because I've only ever done the package delivery. So I wanted to see what the process was, but knowing that it's miles, I'm not going to do this for $32. But when I saw that $89 or whatever it was, I screenshotted it. It was either $82 or $89. I will probably lose connection pretty often in this area. I would have done it in a heartbeat. I'm pretty sure it was $89, but I would have done it in a heartbeat, because honestly, it's still over $1. Right now, the order I'm doing, it's going to be under $1 a mile, because by the time I add in a factor of driving from my house to Weiss to the 2 customers back to my place, it'll be but like in the video the other day, like I said, if you pick up an Amazon Flex Shift or a block or whatever you want to call it, and you don't have an end goal, you don't have a house to go back to, you don't have a dog that's waiting on you at home, you can just sleep where it ends off, you know. And you could DoorDash in that area, you can take roadies up in an area, and you can just continue moving on, you know. And there's a lot of overnight pharmacy gigs that you could do. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this in the video or not. I know I recorded that video once and then re-recorded it because I didn't really like it the first time. But I picked up a job that wasn't paying very well, and it was high mileage. I think it was like $60 for 80 miles to deliver from Tennessee to North Carolina. And so it took me in that direction, you know what I mean? It was overnight, so like it took a couple hours. It was through the mountains of Pigeon Forge, and it let me go in that area, you know? It took me in that direction. I basically had no service on the way through because, you know, it's the mountains of Pigeon Forge, but like it took me through an area I've never been through, you know what I mean? So like there are tons and tons of ways to just continue moving. And so like this, if I was planning on sleeping in my car tonight and continuing on, like it wouldn't be an issue. I would have to add those 20 additional miles at the end because, you know, I could just sleep in Ephrata. But, you know, I have to go pick up Bentley. You know, I have to have my baby with me, so not just gonna leave him there. So I hope you guys are doing all right. Have you guys ever done flex? I haven't done a ton of them because there's not an Amazon warehouse in my area, and I was disabled. My account was disabled for like a couple years because I was inactive, like I didn't do it. That was over the time that I was on the cruise ships. As you know, that job went bankrupt. All I had to do is get back on, and I'm lucky I didn't make me wait on the wait list again, is just update my license, because I guess during that time my license has expired, and all I had to do is just email them and say, hey, what do I need to do to get back on Amazon Flex? Like, what do I need to do? And they just said, oh, just go in the app and up, and you'll be good. And that's all I had to do. I had to go in the app. I had to take a picture of my license or scan my license or whatever. And I was back on within like 12 hours from sending that email. And to think Amazon like can respond very slowly. They actually responded really quickly. I don't actually know what town I'm in. Strasburg. So if you guys ever heard of Strasburg Railroad, this is that area. It's a very, very beautiful area. Tons of farmland. And then Strasburg Railroad, of course, runs through Lancaster County with all like the whole old time locomotive, which I would love to actually film a video on Strasburg Railroad and just show you guys the area, because it's honestly really beautiful. Going on here? Oh, it's one of for I think ice cream or something. Pretzels. Soft pretzels are very big in this area. Annie Ann, like Annie Ann's of Annie Ann, or Auntie Ann of Annie Ann's, actually grew up and started Annie Ann's in Lancaster County. So soft pretzels are big with the Amish. Actually, I think she was Mennonite. So stop losing service. Because honestly, I'm sick of AT&T. I could dash in a popular zone. AT&T is. Thankfully, I'm able to, you know, there's another popular zone in the area, and so I can dash there, but, you know, my back hurts. Hershey Farm. Oh, and you know, like, except I have 4 bars. Just keep going. And a lot of stuff here is closed on Sundays. And I'm kind of glad that I'm only delivering salt pellets, because, like, if they would have had me do this order first and the second order, or the first order second, the first order actually frozen stuff and cold stuff, and I'm pretty sure milk as well. So we're getting close to 30. There we go. And if you hear that beeping sound, it's just my sensor saying, oh, you crossed the line. We still have 33 minutes to this customer. So next time, I think I've only been back on the Amazon Flex app for like, I just did that whole process just this week. So I'm going to remember, like, I'm just going to try to do Amazon Flex like every Sunday, all day Sunday, and see what happens. Because honestly, it's summertime, so it's going to be slower on every app. But even in the wintertime, we're coming up to like the fall and the winter and all that stuff. Like, Sundays is best for delivery for groceries. I did food delivery last Sunday and it was slow. I still made my $200, but it was long. Like, I had to work all day long. So I work all day long to get $200. Come, baby. We got Waffle House. I'm trying to think what it's gonna have me do. What are you gonna have me do? I'm gonna get stuck at this light again. Watch. It's gonna happen. We got Waffle House. This is a very popular area for Lancaster. This is like the shopping area of Lancaster. So like we have all our big name stores, Rockville outlets, Nike, Adidas, of course all the restaurants that you think of, Chick-fil-A, KFC, Jimmy John's. All right, come on, babies, let's go. Burger King. Unfortunately, this whole zone right here is 40, so alright, well, it looks like everybody's out of here, so I'm gonna go back to listen to music. I hope you guys had a good day, even though nobody's in here. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, bye.